This video just focuses on the weekly sign-up sheet to pull a list of the ladies signed up to play. We'll look at the regular weeks as well as putting the teams together. Open the Excel workbook 2022 weekly sign-up. Come on, there we go, weekly sign-up. On this sheet is a list of the ladies' names, the same as what's on the Google sign-up sheet. I've added the first column with handicaps that is needed to prepare the team games and some other calculations at the bottom we'll get to. From here, open the Google sign-up sheet. Look at the bottom of the column that you're working on and see how many ladies are signed up. So here we have 63 in the first week. That helps going forward on all the other sheets to know that you've got the right totals that you're working with. Okay, so copy the column, copy just the tick boxes, and we're going to paste this over in the other spreadsheet. You can either I have a mouse, so I'm going to be doing left clicking and right clicking, but you can also go under edit and copy. Go back to our Excel spreadsheet and paste it in column C. Excel recognizes the tick boxes as true and false. It doesn't see ticks per se. You'll see the columns E and F populated automatically. And if you click on the cells, you can see the formula that's in there. So if this column, this cell is true, put this person's name here, and same with the handicap. It also totals at the bottom, so 63, that's the same as what we had from the Excel spreadsheet. From there, what we want to do is highlight columns E and F. Because they're in a formula right now, they're not in text, we're going to copy them to the next columns to fix that. So we're going to copy, and over here we're going to do a paste special, what's called values, or you can do it from here. Paste values. So we only want what the value of that cell is. We don't want the formula. From there, we're going to sort these rows alphabetically. Now, because we've got all these blanks in here, the only way I know to get rid of them is to sort first Z to A, and then we're going to go back and do it again and sort A to Z. There, now we have a nice list, including handicaps, which we need for the team games. But we have a nice list alphabetically. We can see we have 63 names. At the bottom here it says count 63. If you don't have this sort and filter on your main ribbon, you can go under data and sort here, A to Z, Z to A, or a special sort. And now you're ready to open your weekly blank sheet. As soon as you open this, save it right away as the current date that you're working on, so you don't overwrite this file. And then from there, on the players list, we can go back to our sheet, highlight our list of names, copy, and paste them right in there. And then from there, we just delete the blank lines we don't need. And you're ready to go. And now when it comes to team games, we've got some extra work to do. Firstly, at the bottom of column A, I've got 3 numbers. The first one is the total of our handicaps, players 1 to 85. Then I've averaged it by the number of total players, being 85 ladies. And from there, I've done an average handicap per foursome. So right now it's reading 110. It's typically around 115 or so. We've got some blank lines in here because ladies don't have handicaps as yet. Now, to get these numbers, you can do it one of 2 ways. Me sending it to you weekly would be the easiest, as I'll be preparing it anyway for the weekly results. Otherwise, you'll just have to copy it from Golf Canada. You can make sure that you have a list of favorites if you don't already. Let me just sign in. So I have a list of all the ladies' favorite players. I assume you know how to do this, but if not, you just go into handicap lookup, type their name, and once you find that person, it'll say add to favorites here. From there you can go back to at a glance and see all your favorites. They're in alphabetical order, and you just have to copy them from there. So we would do the same thing as in our weekly, where we copy our true and false, get our list, sort it. Then we want to take this and copy it over to the tab called Teams. Let's paste it in A25. Oh, I think I forgot to hit copy. And now we have a list of all the ladies and their handicaps. So what we're going to do now is we're going to sort this list by number instead of name. So we go back over to our sort, and we have a custom sort. We want to sort it by column B, and we want smallest to largest. Now we've got some blanks in there. Let's get rid of those for now. Going forward, you shouldn't have blanks in there. So what we have are a total of 59 ladies. If we round up to 60, because it has to be divisible by 4, we can split these into groups of 15. So let's take the first 15. We'll just throw a line in there just so we can see what we're doing. I'm looking at this count number down at the bottom here, 15. So Lois is a 15th, so we'll throw in a line here. Brenda down to Annette. Okay, so now we have it split into 4. What we're going to do from here is take the first group, copied it to A1. Then we're going to take the second group and Moorcroft to Lois, put it in D1, Brenda to Annette, and our last group. One other thing to do on here, if we add up be 25. If we take a sum of all these numbers, it comes to 1716.7. So that was for 59 ladies. So let's divide this by 59. Sorry, I did that wrong. We want to take that, divide by 59. So that gives us an average handicap, and then we're going to take this number and multiply by 4 to give us a team. So all our teams should add up to roughly 116. In order to get that, I found the best way is to, rather than high to low in these two columns, if we reverse it, low to high, custom sort by column E, and we want largest to smallest, and do the same in this column, custom sort by K, largest to smallest. And then it evens out our foursomes. So now at the side here, you can see I've already got the sum of the 4 handicaps in there. 117, 116. So they're all pretty close. This team has a advantage. They're only at 114. These guys are at a disadvantage. So what we could do is swap someone whose handicaps are pretty close. In this case, probably Lisa and Nellie, to get our groups closer. But they are close enough. We do get tricky when we only have threesomes and twosomes. Of course, you don't want a twosome. You'd have a couple of threesomes. So the only other thing I have in here is a tab called times. I did keep track of, what time ladies played, just to avoid any complaints. I would populate this after I did the draw each week. You don't have to maintain this. It's entirely up to you. It is a lot of extra work. Rather than times, perhaps we could do a just 1, 2, 3, 4. So, if this person played in the first group and this person played in the second and so on, you can populate it that way. It's formatted to accept times right now. So if you put a 1 in or a 2, it's not going to show. I can change that if you like. The last thing to do is hide this column that you've just done, because you don't want to have any changes made. So you just highlight the column. You can either right click and hit hide column, or highlight the column if you're not using a mouse and point at this little arrow here, and the same menu comes up, and you just hit hide column. Then it's hidden, and you don't want anybody else to make any changes after you've done your list. I hope that helps. You know where to find me if you have any questions.